Happy to have each and every one of you tuned in this morning. Thank you to those of you joining us on the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11 and 20, and a special good morning to the listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7. A spicy Grenadian morning to the folks joining us across the Caribbean, whichever part of the region you are, and those of you tuned in internationally. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope you will have a good day, are having a good day, have had a good day. No sticking this morning. It is 21 minutes to 7 o'clock. Let's see what's this morning's word of the day. This morning's word of the day is doyen. Doyen. D-O-Y-E-N. Doyen. It's a noun which means the senior member of a body or group, the person considered to be knowledgeable or uniquely skilled as a result of long experience in some field of endeavor, or the oldest example of a category. Doyen. The English picked up doyen from the French in the 17th century. The French word in turn comes via the Old French and the late Latin words, which itself comes from the Greek, meaning chief of 10. A doyen can be a leader of a group, such as a diplomatic corps. In this regard, the word has been used to refer to someone who is specifically or tactically allowed to speak for that group. More broadly, a doyen refers to a highly skilled and respected veteran of a particular field. The feminine form of the word is doyenne, D-O-Y-E-N-N-E. Word of the day this morning, doyen, D-O-Y-E-N, a noun which means a senior member of a group or body, a person considered to be knowledgeable or uniquely skilled as a result of long experience in some field of endeavor. Examples of the use of the word: we watched a TV documentary and she was the doyen of undersea explorers. Another example of the use of the word: opening night will feature the saxophonist and spiritual jazz doyen Pharoah Sanders, who turns 80 next month. Word of the day, doyen, D-O-Y-E-N, a noun which means the senior member of a body or group, a person considered to be knowledgeable or uniquely skilled as a result of long experience in some field of endeavor. And as you go about your thankful Thursday, the thought of the day is: always believe something amazing is about to happen. Always believe something is amazing is about to happen. Positive thoughts, positive thinking, positive attitude. Just think of what the next amazing thing to happen in your life would be, and that should cheer you up just a little bit. Always believe something amazing is about to happen. Let's see, we're going to skip what's celebrated today and get straight into some information. Yesterday, the Royal Grenada Police Force advised that the theoretical driving exam scheduled for today in St. David has been cancelled. However, the practical aspect is as scheduled. So those of you in St. David or who are looking to sit the theoretical driving exam in St. David today, that has been cancelled, but the practical aspect of the exam takes place as planned. I guess in terms of social 6 feet distance and social and physical distancing, the theory has been cancelled. Keep in mind as well that the annual general meeting of the Grenada Electricity Services, GRENLEC, has also been cancelled. The meeting was scheduled for today. The decision to postpone, of course, follows the recently announced COVID-19 cluster. GRENLEC advises that they would provide further updates as soon as they become available. So GRENLEC's AGM has been cancelled. And finally, before we go to the news, yesterday I saw a news release from the Ministry of Health refuting claims of false positive results. And that kind of scared me a little bit. From reports, there are people related to the Sandals cluster that have reported they've received calls saying that they tested positive before, but they are no longer positive. They're negative now, and it was a false positive. We apologize. The ministry is saying that that is not true, and they are refuting the claims of false positive results. So that propelled me to encourage the individuals so far 529 tests have been carried out from that cluster, with results from 222 pending. So let's say just about 750 people. Of those 750 people, so far we've gotten 39 positive cases. I just want to encourage us to be careful, especially the people who are getting calls that they're negative. There are people who are idle, but just in case, just continue to self-isolate until you get official word. Continue to be mindful that there are, again, idle people, wicked and evil, bad-minded people, for whatever reason that may be, I don't know. But just be mindful of the calls that you may be getting, of your status and what you should do next, and so on and so forth. Just ensure that the information you're getting is legitimate and it's coming from official sources, and that you don't think you're negative and you're gone spreeing, and then we end up in a next situation where we have to test a further 750 people. So again, just be mindful and careful. If you are contacts of positive, contacts of who have tested negative, once you're involved, just continue to exercise caution and wait on official results, or verify the information you're receiving from whomever. It could just be a phone call. I could call you and tell you I'm from the Ministry of Health, and I'm very far from the Ministry of Health. So just be careful and mindful. Right. Just felt the need to send out that encouragement, warning, cautious word, however you want to put it. All right, let's get into the morning edition of news and repeat of last evening's newscast. This is Good Morning Grenada on a thankful Thursday. We'll be right back. Hold on, Mikhail. Let me get back the vibe so I can give ready.
Hey, Christmas time, we moving from house to house.
Zero in relation to Grenada's COVID-19 spike. And while it faces massive public relations disaster, the hotel seems to be paying little mind to the local media. However, recognizing the potential for a damage to its brand, its emphasis is being placed on overseas press officials at the five-star hotel, as the five-star hotel has declined to comment to the GBN and other local media houses, even when contacted as recent as Wednesday morning. Beverly Telesford starts us off this evening.
Corporate Communications Officer at Sandals Resort, Grenada, Dillian Forrester, on Wednesday told a GBN reporter via telephone that the resort will not be making any public statements. However, their media silence does not seem to apply to international establishments. An article published on WashingtonPost.com quoted a spokesperson for the resort as saying in an email that the resort remains open for current guests to enjoy, and that quarantine measures are being strictly enforced so that there is a zero risk to the rest of the resort's operations. The spokesperson, according to the article, also said that out of an abundance of caution, the resort is not accepting new guests at this time, and they are working with them to accommodate their travel plans to another one of Sandals resorts in the Caribbean region. Sandals and government have come under heavy fire for the cluster, which so far yielded 39 positive cases of the deadly virus from the more than 500 tests carried out. Member of the COVID committee, Dr. George Mitchell, appeared on GBN's To The Point on Monday and said measures to lower the risk of the spread of the virus were put in place ahead of the resort's reopening in October. However, he believes after weeks of operation, complacency took over, which contributed to the outbreak.
What we have done and what we stuck with is the protocol that says you must, for Sandals guests, you must have a test result that is 7 days or less. So basically sticking to the original protocol. And that whoever qualifies with that can come to the resort and circulate within the resort with all the protocols that have been established.
Up to late last week, Grenada recorded 43 cases of COVID-19, but since the outbreak, that number has jumped to 85, 44 of which are currently active as of midday Wednesday, with over 200 tests still to come in. For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
The National Democratic Congress is calling for the resignation of the Ministers of Tourism and Health. With 44 active cases now on island and 222 results pending, the NDC is citing this present situation as an act of negligence that the Prime Minister should take responsibility for. We get the details on this one from Chrislina John.
Prime Minister and Minister for National Security, Dr. Keith Mitchell, continues to come under fire from different factions of society. His latest condemnation comes from the Deputy Chairman of the National Democratic Congress and spokesperson with responsibility for health and social security, Kennedy Roberts. He deemed the Prime Minister's national address on Monday night as disappointing.
The national address delivered by the Prime Minister was not just a total disappointment, but bordered on disrespect to the Grenadian people. He did not acknowledge the responsibility of the Cabinet for the current situation with regard to the spread of the coronavirus. This is directly based on their tourism and public health policies and highlights the reality that this administration cares more about revenue from the tourism sector than for the health and welfare of the majority of Grenadians.
Further, he calls for an expression of regret from the Prime Minister and the stepping down from office of the Ministers of Health and Tourism.
The National Democratic Congress calls on the Prime Minister to acknowledge responsibility for this current community spread of the COVID-19 virus in Grenada and apologize to the nation for this policy failure relating to the management of the COVID-19 pandemic. The NDC is asking the Prime Minister to apologize to the Grenadian people and in particular the families affected by this current situation. The NDC is demanding an impartial inquiry into this COVID-19 spread fiasco to determine what were the factors responsible and ensure that this does not occur again. The NDC calls on the Ministers of Health and Tourism to do what is appropriate in this situation and submit their resignation for the failure of their pure safe accommodation program.
The data presented in the national address, Roberts says, does not correspond with the current realities of the COVID-19 pandemic. Referencing the Prime Minister's statement that the situation is under control, Roberts believes the Prime Minister is downplaying the potential catastrophe this can create.
There was no remorse, no apology, no sincere expression of concern for the workers, no empathy for the affected families, apart from one short sentence, but rather trying to make the Grenadian people have a sense of guilt, as if we the people had done something wrong. The Prime Minister must take responsibility for the failure of the administration's policy relating to pure, safe accommodation. This policy allows specific hotels to be exempted from the protocols established regarding testing 4 days after arriving into the country. The Prime Minister and his administration also has to take full responsibility for the high level of stress and other mental health issues affecting the population as a result of this current situation with the COVID-19 spread.
Roberts believes that the leeway given to some hotels provides an avenue for the virus to easily enter the country. Chrislina John, GBN News.
The numbers continue to swell. As of today, more than 500 people are being told that they need to be subjected to COVID-19 tests as a result of the Sandals cluster. Health officials say they are still awaiting the results for more than 220 further contacts. That number is expected to increase as the investigations continue. So far, more than 500 people, including employees and affiliated workers, have been tested at the Sandals cluster facility. 14 have been deemed positive. 5 of them are imported and are in quarantine in other facilities. All cases and their known contacts have been ordered to quarantine for 14 days. Health officials say the incubation period of the virus varies for each individual, and as such, a negative result today can change to a positive result tomorrow. Meanwhile, the American Offshore University in Grenada has tightened security protocols at the True Blue campus. Although it had shifted all classes online for the new school year, which began in September, St. George's University had returned to some semblance of normalcy. It had various categories of workers to return to the campus after easing restrictions which had been imposed during the summer. GBN understands that as of today, the university has clamped down on the categories and numbers of persons who are allowed on the True Blue site. Reports indicate that only a handful of people deemed to be essential to the operations are being allowed beyond the security checkpoint. Some members of staff who were allowed to access the university's gym were informed that yesterday was the last time they would be allowed on the premises. The university's communications office informed our news desk that the decision was taken as a precautionary measure to safeguard the management and staff. GBN was assured that the university's operations continue and that staff were told to stay put until further notice. We will continue to monitor that situation and bring you updates as they become available. In the midst of what seems to be a dark period of doom and gloom, many are pinning their hopes on a vaccine. Small island states like Grenada seem to stand at a long shot of being in the front or even the middle of the queue. However, Health Minister Nicholas Steele is convinced that people here will have access by the first quarter of next year. Trelana Charles picks up that story.
To date, there have been over 71 million confirmed COVID-19 cases worldwide. It is no wonder countries all across the globe have been anticipating the arrival of COVID-19 vaccines in the hopes of preventing further spread among their population. When asked if there were any plans by Grenada's government to acquire vaccines for the country, Minister of Health Nicholas Steele said vaccines should be available as early as March 2021.
At the moment, we are confirmed for delivery of approximately the first 20% of our vaccines will come, with the first delivery, in my estimation, would be about March of 2021.
He said unlike what is being seen in the US and the UK, the government will not implement any vaccine that has not been approved by the Pan American Health Organization or the World Health Organization.
We are seeing on various international news media vaccines being used in the UK and the US. That is because the UK independently, not waiting on the WHO or Pan American Health Organization, sorry, in the UK's case, WHO, not waiting on them, and in the US using their CDC, and you would hear clearly that they're saying that they have allowed emergency approval of it. We do need to address, and we are addressing as a region, us looking at any and some of those vaccines and looking at a fast tracking before, or helping PAHO to fast track an introduction, because we're all looking to put this pandemic behind us. But right now we are having those discussions. We will, like in any of the other discussions, come to the nation and let them know where we are and at what stage we are.
While many Grenadians continue to question the safety of the COVID-19 vaccines, Prime Minister Keith Mitchell said in a parliamentary sitting last week that once the vaccine is deemed safe by medical experts, he will be the first to receive it. He said he will do so publicly in an attempt to remove any doubt in the minds of the Grenadian public. Trelana Charles, GBN News.
We have news just in, an update to our previous story on St. George's University. The university confirmed that a Grenadian-based contractor who has recently worked on the True Blue campus tested positive for COVID-19. The person testing positive is a close contact of one of the individuals in the recently reported cluster of active COVID-19 cases in Grenada. The affected individual is the affected individual is receiving appropriate medical care in a quarantined environment. No students or other individuals on campus are known to be affected. The university said its efforts are focused on tracking and notifying any members of the SGU community who may have been in contact with the individual who tested positive for COVID-19. Added that in accordance with health guidelines, they are conducting additional deep cleaning and sanitizing on campus. With the recent uptick of active COVID-19 cases in Grenada, limited access to campus facilities have been implemented to reduce the risk of infection. In addition, to help mitigate the spread of COVID-19, all Grenada classes are online, and they will continue to provide online distance learning for all students for the entire January 2021 term. Farmers' representative in the Senate says ice sales generated more revenue than the budget provided, yet most machines are not functioning. Gripes as he spoke in the Senate today.
Over the past years, fisher folk have been clamoring for the ice-producing machines at the various fish markets to be repaired or new ones installed. But in most instances, the problems remain unrectified, forcing fishermen and vendors to seek ice elsewhere. Here are some of the complaints by fisher folk recorded by GBN earlier this year.
Having a problem actually on the whole western side. And one of the biggest problems we have right now is ice. From St. George's, St. John's and St. Mark's. A very serious challenge, because as I tell you that we might have to end up all in St. George's here to get ice right now.
5 years now I've been vending in the fish market, and for the past 3 years it's been the worst facing the ice problem. Well, we in here, the machine break down and we had to find ice on our own every day. When we speak to the manager, they tell us it's not the business, it's our goods, so we have to find the ice ourselves. So we want assistance. We want the government to listen and hear our cry, because we need the ice. Every day we have to find ice, and we have a serious problem.
The lack of ice machines issue was taken up by farmers' representative in the Senate, Roderick Sinclair, while dissecting the 2021 budget presentation on Tuesday.
So we have to do some work in Sotes in that fish market there. It's not right, and we agree on that. But I look at the budget of 180,000, and I hope I see it right in the budget. And last year we spent just $6,380. But what is interesting, Mr. Deputy President, is that the sales from ice was over $300,000. Yet still, several of our ice machines are down.
He explained the importance of ice in the fishing industry.
In fact, there are private persons selling ice to the fisher folks. The Sotes fisher folks, they are very good to get some benefit from the MAREP program. So there are some good things, and I don't want us to lose sight of that. And there are other good things that is happening, which I will speak about in a while. So we need to get the ice, because that would affect fishing. Is our #1 export, if we're not too sure about that, to over $20-something million. And even within natural disasters, the hurricane and so on, in Ivan, fish still remain up, because the blue economy, it's one of the richest. It's richer than the land that we're standing on today. So,
Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
At this time of year, Hess and the boys are roaming the country, making people laugh and generating Christmas joy. However, COVID-19 is ramming spokes in the parang wheel. GBN's Trelawna Charles traveled to the north of the country to see which lyrics were in the mix, but had to be shelved. She sent us this dispatch.
Christmas is quickly approaching, and with it comes an art form that is anticipated by many Grenadians. Heslin Flanders from Hermitage St. Patrick, known across the island as Hess and the Boys, has been singing Mele Parang for the past 25 years. He says Parang brings the joy of Christmas to many Grenadians.
To me, it's a good pleasure for the people. Yeah, there is people that just meet me on the street, meet me all over, calling me on my phone and asking me to do one. If they don't hear the Mele Parang for the year, you don't have Christmas. They say Mele Parang is part of the Christmas. They love to hear the Mele around Christmas time. So they just beg the Mele Parang artists and them to do one for the Christmas, you know, just to make the Christmas lively. Yeah, if you take most times you pass on buses, cars, everybody playing the Mele Parang right through for the season.
Mele Parang is known for its humorous approach to issues in the country, but he said COVID-19 has negatively impacted the Parang artists.
Around this time now, we normally have a lot of shows, a lot of Mele Parang launch, all those artists and them. Now we have no shows, nothing at all for the Parang artists. No Parang launch, no show, nothing. Just imagine we're in December and nobody don't even call me for a show as yet. So with the COVID thing, the COVID took a lot from the Mele Parang artists. And I know if there was no COVID, there would have been a lot of shows. I just see them all over Grenada for the year, all around the island for the year. So my 2 shows, 3 shows for a night.
Hess said the future of Parang as an integral aspect of Christmas culture depends on the involvement of more young people in the art form.
We need some more young folks in the Parang. To say like if me and Leaky and maybe 2 small time give it up, there is nobody to pick it up after us. In the audience when I now started, people used to come forward, I used to write voices for people, you know, but now nobody coming forward and say, well, here's write a few voices for me, no young stars, nobody.
He said no topic is off limits and not even COVID-19 can stop the emergence of Mele Parang, and he had the lyrics to prove it.
COVID-19 can stop us from singing this one. Just distance yourself and sanitize your hand. COVID-19 can stop us from singing this one. Just distance yourself and make sure you wear your mask. She's a beauty, yes, she is a beauty. But even the blind and all, yes, they could see. She really lost she head, yes, she lost she head. Girl, how you could bring the Hannah man on your boyfriend bed. COVID-19 can stop us from singing this one. Just distance yourself and sanitize your hand. COVID-19 can stop us from singing this one. Just distance yourself and show that you wear your mask.
Trelana Charles, GBN News.
Opposition Senator Terry Noel has called out the media for what he deems to be disrespect and disregard of the official opposition. Senator Noel says after 7 years without an opposition, it ought to be recognized that this has changed. He took a swipe at the local press in the Senate on Wednesday morning.
I thought it was a bit of a gross disrespect in terms of the opposition. Because the reason why I'm saying that was, well, from the side of the media side. Because the reason why I'm saying that, Mr. Deputy President, over the last 7 years, I think, we haven't had official opposition in this country, which is something of significance. And opposition is part and parcel of the process. Opposition is key in terms of the efficiencies in government, and is part of the governmentality, Your Majesty's opposition. As I listened, not one instant that the media people spoke about the fact that there is an opposition, and there is an opposition leader, and there is opposition senators, and so on. Not once. Imagine 7 years without opposition, official opposition.
2 near-shore intercept vessels owned by the Coast Guard unit have been restored after major repair work. The Safe Boat Midlife upgrade included a complete vessel overhaul, new engines, and spare parts package to ensure continued operability. The presentation ceremony for the new additions was held on Wednesday.
The Grenada Coast Guard is now better equipped to fight criminal activities or provide assistance at sea with the return of 2 nearshore drug intercept vessels valued at US $1 million. The upgrade of the 2 vessels was made possible through the U.S. State Department's Caribbean Basin Security Initiatives, Foreign Military Financing Program, and the U.S. Southern Command. The project supports Grenada's own defense and its contribution to regional security.
We're real proud to show off what is basically a couple-year culmination work that has finally provided them another vessel that we hope to last for another 5 to 7 years and keep them running and competing in interdiction and all the other missions out here as far as your Coast Guard putting out the work. So thank y'all.
Deputy Commissioner of Police Franklin Redhead spoke on how effective the vessels will be in its fight against drug trafficking.
Maritime assets are extremely costly to procure. They're extremely costly to maintain and certainly to operate. And certainly I don't believe that without the benefit of our external partners, we'll be in a position where we can certainly do this successfully. The package, the engine change, some of the sensor package in terms of the radar systems, navigation systems, looking at the hull integrity, and a host of other technical issues have been arranged through this program.
The United States originally provided the 2 safe boats to Grenada as part of CBS IFMF grant in 2012. Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines will also receive vessel upgrades in 2021. It is part of the U.S. Embassy's U.S. Caribbean strategy, which focuses on cooperation in the areas of security, health, energy, education, economic prosperity, and diplomacy. Work on the vessels was conducted by Safe Boat International technicians, the CBSI Technical Assistance Field Team, and Naval Sea System Command. Christina John, GBN News.
Despite COVID-19 and the many challenges faced by businesses, Grenada's leading telecommunications provider, Flow, is ending the year on a charitable yet memorable note. As part of Flow's Christmas to Remember, the company is upgrading nodes for a better customer experience on its network and added value. More in this report.
On Thursday, Grenada's leading telecommunications provider Flow has promised to make Christmas a whole lot better for its customers via its newly launched Christmas promotion dubbed December to Remember. Country manager James Pitt is elated to have launched such a promotion, also bearing in mind the company's corporate responsibilities.
2020 has made broadband and telecoms in general a cornerstone of our new normal. When customers demanded higher speeds to facilitate their education, work, entertainment, and social media needs, we delivered. We are privileged to serve Grenada. Our Christmas to Remember campaign is our way of saying thank you. This campaign is centered on helping customers save money during the holiday season and in 2021. Every household can benefit by signing up for our new specials. Our mobile plans offer so much that there is no need to be concerned about running out of data or minutes while paying a lower bill.
In keeping with the promotion, December to Remember, customers are now afforded the opportunity to maximize on all Flow services. Flow's commercial lead, Lincoln Batiste, explains how this is done.
Now you can add mobile to your home services and get 50% off your mobile plans. For $100, 3 members of your family can have postpaid service. And for the individual plans that used to be $100, only $50 a month. That's a saving of $600 for the year. We also have Samsung A7 tablets worth over $500 that customers can take home for only $80. For our prepaid customers, we have not forgotten you. All Christmas long, we have promotions ranging from you top up $25 and you get one of our 3-day plans, 3 times data on special days. Keep looking out for those pop-up specials. And when you come in to sign up for any of these promotions, you will see a lot of exciting things happening in our retail space throughout the Christmas.
Such a bumper start to December, and the promise is that it only gets better. Flow customers are certainly in for a treat this Christmas. For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Get the Christmas feeling at Dean's Mattress today and all through the holiday season. Dean's is bringing you absolute great Christmas cheer. Your reward, supportive, a comfortable feel when you get a mattress from Dean's this Christmas season. Special offers on beds, foam, divans, and mattresses. Call Dean's today about your needs for odd size mattresses, baby crib mattresses, and mattresses for yachts. And of course, all the smart shoppers who placed your items on layaway, get them today. The special offer from Dean's. Free delivery island-wide and to the boat for the Carriacou and Pity Martinique customers. Call Dean's now, 440-3240 or 440-0552. Dean's Mattress, where quality is never compromised. Merry Christmas from Dean's Mattress.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, easy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of it, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service. Bad boy. Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Whenever we're faced with difficulties, we find comfort in those we know and trust. This is especially true when a loved one has died.
Welcome to Otway Bailey Funeral Home.
For over 100 years, Otway Bailey Funeral Home has helped families celebrate the lives of their loved ones with compassion and dignity. Our affordability, attention to detail, warm and caring staff has contributed us being the funeral home of choice for official and state funerals. We treat you as we would treat our own family. All of our services are designed to help you get through one of the most personal and challenging stages of life, whether it's planning a funeral, joining our burial society, or pre-arrangements. You can be assured of the Otway Bailey commitment to consistently provide the most caring and professional service possible with the best options and price. So call us 440-2558 or visit our website, otwaybaileyfuneralhome.org.
At Otway Bailey, we offer the perfect tribute any family can afford.
These have been tough times, and we could all use a helping hand to get through this period. GUT Credit Union gives you the opportunity to do just that without a worry. What are you looking forward to? A relaxing staycation? Brand new appliances or devices? Consolidating your debt to get more money in your pocket? Not a member? No worries. Come in and find out how you too can make the most of this offer. Call or visit us today. Yes, you can have a brighter Christmas season with GUT Credit Union. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Greetings everyone. I hope this message meets you and yours in the best of health as we join in encouraging all to act responsibly.
COVID-19 presents the most serious
and deadly challenge any of us will experience in our lifetimes.
We must act now.
We need to keep the Caribbean safe.
We can all help to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Please stay at home.
So Caribbean people, please stay home. Caribbean people, please stay at home.
Please stay home. It's that simple. This too shall pass. But for now, stay home.
Stay in your yard. Stay home, stay safe.
Things you need to know about self-isolation. Stay home. If you are told to self-isolate, it means staying at home, not going to work, school, or other public places, and you should not have any visitors. Separate yourself. If you live with others, then you need to stay in a well-ventilated bedroom with the door shut. If you have to share a bathroom, then use it after everyone else. Don't share towels and toiletries, as this may put others at risk. Call ahead. If you develop symptoms such as a fever or cough, then seek advice first by calling the Ministry of Health's hotline at 538-4787 or 458-4787. Please do not show up at a medical center or hospital, as this may put others at risk. Take care with waste. If you test positive, your waste should be double bagged and disposed of separately. Create a buddy system. If you live on your own, you can plan with friends and family to check in with each other and run essential errands if one becomes sick. Once sick, they should leave groceries on the doorstep. Why it's important. COVID-19 causes a mild illness for 4 out of 5 persons. Self-isolating will help protect the older generation and those who may have underlying health problems from getting infected.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. 21 minutes. Yeah, we are on the top. 21 minutes after 7 o'clock. Those of you just joining us, happy to have you. Those of you who stuck with us, thanks for your patience. Those of you who need to get to work for 8 o'clock, you have less than 40 minutes to do so. So you need to be hustling. All right, it's time for Talk the Things Thursday. That's right. Going to give you a topic and you're going to share your thoughts respectfully share your thoughts on the topic. This morning, of course, we continue the discussion on COVID-19 cluster presently being experienced in Grenada. Since the announcement of the cluster on Sunday, it has been continually evolving and it has not, quote unquote, died. So we're going to continue the discussion. Let's see, a lot has been happening. Let me see how much of it I can recall to share with you that may jog your memory of something that you've wanted to say that you haven't had the chance to share as yet. So there we go. Okay, so far, well, up to Tuesday, 529 PCR tests. 529 tests have been conducted following the discovery of the cluster. Of those 529, 39 have returned positive. That's inclusive of staff members at the resort, their family members, as well as 9 guests at the resort. Grenada currently has 44 positive COVID-19 cases, 39 from the cluster, and 5 are imported cases not related to the cluster. There are still 222 tests pending, and that's as of Tuesday. So far, we have seen information coming out from places like Grenlick, other McIntyre Brothers, other establishments have identified that they are involved in the cluster in some way, shape, or form and have shut operations, including a bar in the south of the island. A bar in the south of the island. The National Democratic Congress, I'm giving you all the information that I have so far. So feel free to start calling when you're ready or send in your comments on Facebook and YouTube. Right. Just forget the last piece of information I was about. Right. Yesterday, the National Democratic Congress sent out a video response to the Prime Minister's address, calling for the resignation of the Ministers of Tourism and Health. The Prime Minister has somewhat hinted during his address on Monday that they are meeting, not hinted, he said they are meeting with officials at Sandals and they are looking to see where the breach was, if there was a breach, to decide going forward the legal ramifications, if there would be any. Before I continue, let me go to the phone lines as we start Talk the Things Thursday. Good morning, caller.
Indeed. Good morning, Citizen Welch.
Good morning, Citizen Rollo.
No, Citizen Welch. I want to make a comment here because as an old man of this here country, I have to say no. I'm extremely concerned with the things that I hear on radio. Indeed, it must be understood that the things spoken on radio by obligation have to be correct or as correct as possible through investigations and other, should I say, technical skills to guarantee that what the people get is true, correct, and correct. This morning, again, you read something coming from the Ministry of, what's it again? It's from the Government Information Services on behalf of the ministry. It has to do with the regulations for entry into the country. And there's a part of it that reads as follows: that visitors and returning Grenadians are expected to produce or present a PCR test, negative PCR test, taken, and this is the key section of it, within 72 hours of travel. Do you recall that, Citizen Welch? I want to guarantee that.
Yes, I do. I'm reading it now, actually.
Very well. Now, pay attention. I'd like to get your view first, because what do you understand by that, Citizen Welch?
Citizen Roller, I think we've been through this before.
Precisely so. We've been through this before. But they continue to do it. We're paying people in this here country, quote-unquote journalists, but I prefer to call them access repeaters, with very poor knowledge of their own official language. If you tell me that I must do something or I have to do something within plus an interval of plus an action, it means that you're asking me to do something after I take the action. This sends a wrong message to people who understand the language. And therefore the ministry has to do better than that. Tell the people the correct thing so that it can be properly interpreted and done and fulfilled. We are more confused today than a flammer in a red ant's nest in this country because of the misguided information coming from the government of Grenada. We have the people confused. For Christ's sake, Citizen Welch, I wish they'd consider it. Of here, the word of, as simple as it does not mean prior to. If you want to tell me the test has to be done prior to, you tell me before or prior to. A priori. If you say of, it means a posteriori, afterwards. I wish they'd correct it and start doing the correct things. I refrain from making comments on other aspects. Thank you very much, Citizen Welch. You have a nice day, will you?
Thank you very much, Citizen Rollo. You do the same. I think we've had, like I said, we've had this discussion already and you've acknowledged it. The official results, news releases. The news releases that come from official sources or sources, period. There are ways that we can take liberty and adjust as we see fit. However, there are things such as the terms written in health-wise, legal terms that we cannot take our own and fix. If the Ministry of Health sends out a release that specifically says, and they've done it before and have done it before, continue to do it, within 72 hours of travel, I cannot take on myself and rephrase it to say prior to 72 hours prior to travel when it should be written like that. So it is not in my liberty to do so. The change or adjustments need to come from the official sources. Next thing, I change it on my own, and officially that's how it needs to be written. For whatever reason, I don't know. So I cannot take on myself according to what the news release says and how it is portrayed. I cannot always take on myself and do so. I think I've said that before and I'll repeat it. So until the government, Ministry of Health, GIS, adjusts the wording, I would read as is, because I don't want to take on my own. And while this phrase may be confusing to you, I might take on my own and change it, and it may be confusing to somebody else. Right, back into Talk the Things Thursday, and we're sticking to the topic this morning. Let's go. COVID-19 cluster currently experienced in Grenada. Share your thoughts on how the situation continues to evolve. All right, so let me see what is on WhatsApp in the meantime. I'm not sure. Somebody's asking on WhatsApp, how is the government planning to handle Christmas Eve shopping? The 7-day restrictions that were announced by the Prime Minister, they end on Monday, please the Lord. So maybe new regulations will come out Monday, please the Lord, to let us know how to handle ourselves Christmas Eve next week, Thursday, please the Lord. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning, Ms. Jeremiah.
How are you?
I'm good. How you do?
I'm doing good.
All right.
Blossom, I have something in my head from the very beginning of this COVID, based on what research I have had and what I have read, and associating that with a spiritual background from the Word of God. This virus was created for a purpose. I've read in my previous years of schooling, this was something planned for years, and it's something that was planned to invade the earth. Not just some country, but the world. So it has a spiritual connotation to it.
Ms. J, I just want to specifically let's stick to the topic.
Yes,
COVID-19
I'm coming to it. Yes, but
because you've said that before, so we are aware.
Saying, you heard the Minister of Health many times in the beginning of this thing saying when the next wave comes, not if, but when. So it tells me there is a planned thing. It is something planned, not for Grenada, for the world. And so the closer they get to this vaccine that they're planning to give, is the more they're going to say we have cases, the more people are going to die. So people are going to be so fearful. They're going to run and take that vaccine, which is a detriment to the soul. It's a spiritual attack on the earth by the devil, and he's using human beings. He can't use dog and cat, it's people. So a lot of the things we are hearing, that is influenced by the devil. And people better start to pray, go on their knees, call upon God, and get their soul ready to meet God. That is what I want to say about that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. J. In relation to the second wave, as explained by health officials, not just here in Grenada, that based on experience with these situations, global health pandemic, they are aware what can take place, that they usually are second and third wave. So it's not just, as you say, that they planned. This one is based on experience from, I can't remember the examples they gave. Was it yellow fever and so on and so forth? That second and third waves happen when these things are around. So it's not just for COVID-19. In relation to the vaccine, if the plan was for us to run and take the vaccine, then they wouldn't be telling us about the people who are becoming sick from taking the vaccine. Just yesterday, the U.S. Revealed that there is one health worker that received the vaccine and had to be hospitalized following allergic reaction. They wouldn't be telling me that if they want me to take the vaccine. I'm just saying. There we go, Alia. All right. Let me look on the social media. WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp is saying the PM spoke of gatherings to 10 people. Is this applied to church services in churches? I saw that question on social media yesterday, and I don't know the answer to it. The address on Monday night did not specifically speak about churches. They just said social gatherings of 10 and less and before 10 p.m. I did not hear about the churches. Maybe they might be able to clarify by Saturday, please the Lord, so we'll know what to do Sunday morning. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom, and how are you this morning?
Morning, I'm good.
Well, I must congratulate Mr. Rulo for what he said. He talks like a gentleman. He talks real good. But the problem what I have, Blossom, NDC is talking about what the Prime Minister should talk about, but that's not the NDC business. Leave that for Clement. Clement is the opposition. The NDC is only a group of people together. They have no say. They have no seat in the House for the past two terms. Leave that for the opposition. They have no say. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much, caller. WhatsApper says, does anyone know how many cases we now have and how many results are outstanding? I can't recall if that question came in before or after I said it. Currently, up to Tuesday, we have 44 active COVID-19 cases and 222 tests pending. Yes, so that's the latest as of Tuesday. That's 2 days ago, so that figure may change today, up or down, I'm not sure. But let's go off of Tuesday figures, which were the last time we got an official health. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Blossom.
Morning, Tanti. How you do?
Hanging in there. How you doing?
I'm hanging in as well.
With all the stress that we're going through right now.
Yes.
I would have to say the people of Grenada, we need to pray more hard. We need to talk to God because God is the only cure for this virus thing. And if this thing coming all the time, we just keep saying one thing over and we're not turning to God, we're going to all get this virus. You're going to take down all the lives in the world because this is not of God. This is Satan busy doing what he wants. Satan wants souls. And if the devil wants someone he could get them, he's going to take them all. We have the minister, he have come to say something, but he have to check more on the people of coming into the country. Now, if they have to take the whatever they get, the test in wherever they come from, when they reach in Grenada, they need to take another test. You can't just come in the country just when you don't know what happened to your life. You don't know what happened to your body, what is in it. We are in Grenada. We are a little country, a small country, and if this thing take Grenada, all fall down. We have to pray. Keep on praying to God. Turn to Him. He's the only cure. The only cure for this virus is Jesus. Jesus, Jesus. Call Him. He says, wait and He will come. He shall seek us. Seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open. The Lord is coming. He's very near. And what coming in the world today is to show the sign of what's going to happen in time to come. Because this time of duration in the world today is not of God. Turn to God, people. Keep praying and ask Him to help send the cure for the virus. Now, you see this virus thing, the vaccine that they're taking now? I don't think they should just do it on people. They should do it on some kind of farm animal where they don't have instinct to see if it's going to work there. But to take this thing and give you a joke just so you don't know what's going on. You see, some people might get numb. Some people don't know what's going on. They take the vaccine, next thing they all fall down. This vaccine thing, people have to be careful. When they bring it in Grenada, I don't want none if I'm still in God's wall. No vaccine, nobody ain't joking me. I take it myself to God, and He's the only cure for this disease. And let us turn to Him and ask Him to help save us, the remainder of us in the world, from the coronavirus. Because this 19 thing is not of Grenada people. It's not of the whole world. It's that of God. It's the devil. Satan busy. So people, keep on praying and pray more hard. Talk to Him. He's going to hear you. He listen. He have ears to hear. He know what we suffer and what we're going through. And He's there for us. And He's the only cure for this virus in the world today. God bless everyone in Grenada.
Okay. Thank you, Tanti. Bless you as well. Thank you, Thank you, Tanti. Somebody keeps calling the WhatsApp. Within the last 10 minutes, I've declined your 14 calls, and you call back. It's a 757 number. Please, no calls on the WhatsApp. I'm just declining number 15. 757, a foreign number. Please, no calls on the WhatsApp. You have WhatsApp, so just write in your message, and I'll read it for our viewers and listeners. Please, thank you. All right, let me go back to the WhatsApp and hold on. Let me go to YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says the breach, no need to meet with sandals. Any right-thinking person knows that the breach happened when government decided to allow tourists to come in by passing the same tests bypassing the same test that others have to get at the airport. Another WhatsApper says, I believe we as Grenadians should follow the protocols to protect yourself, and the wardens should do their work, but the blame is on the government misleading the public, but blaming the Grenadians. It's unfair. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, my sister. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. How you do?
I did quiet, man. I just want to say this morning, 23,000 people had voted for NDC. You will tell me we shouldn't have somebody to speak out for us? This is unfair. After this administration sacrificed our brothers, our sisters, our mother, our father, our good friends by letting these people come from the red zone or the green zone, from the plane to a transport straight in the hotel to mingle up with our friends and family in this country. You come in and tell me now that the NDC shouldn't call for the resignation of the Minister of Health and the Minister of Tourism. Come on, people. Is our brothers and our sisters out there were facing these trials and tribulation in the world today. We all Grenadian, whether NDC, whether NNP, we all Grenadian, and somebody have the right to stand up for those who can stand up for ourselves. We can go and talk to the government, but we vote for the NDC, so somebody have to represent the 23,000 people in Grenada. But vote for them. Thank you. Have a good morning, my sister.
Thank you very much. You enjoy your morning as well, caller. Somebody on WhatsApp says, it's so sad that we as Grenadians allow the Grinch to steal our Christmas. It's even sadder that Sandals staff are made to put all the blame on government. According to Carib Update, remember you are all Grenadians and should speak the truth in the interest and for the well-being of your country folks. Money talks, COVID reigns. Another WhatsApper says, regarding church services, the Minister of Education said it continues as was, listening back to her speech on the day they announced the outbreak. But that was before the Prime Minister's address. She said that, so that is why some of us were wondering what happens now. But okay, so churches could meet as the protocol. Okay. All right. Somebody else on WhatsApp says it might be better to say the authorities should confirm the gathering of the church on Friday instead of Saturday, considering there are persons who worship on Saturday. Noted well, WhatsApper. All right, let's take a quick break and then we're going to come back and continue with Talk the Things Thursday, the recent COVID-19 cluster and the recent developments. We'll be right back.
Voyager Main Store is your favorite home goods store, and Voyager 2 stocks all your Christmas items. Both are located on Granby Street, St. George, on the upper and lower floors. Beautify your home this season with curtains from Voyager 2. Get 5 pieces for $75 or 4 pieces for $100. We also have a wide range of Christmas lights and Christmas trees with and without decorations. Voyager and Voyager 2. Check them out in downtown St. George's today.
Get Rubigas. Get cooking. Rubigas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Rubigas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Rubigas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Rubigas?
Get Rubis, get going.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, reviews, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Food is fundamental, and at Caribbean Agro Industries Limited, we source premium quality wheat and other ingredients, so you get the best results in the kitchen, bakeries and farms. For over 35 years, we've supplied Grenada with the finest flour and animal feed. The tastiest cakes, pastries or breads are baked with the region's finest flour. Buy the products you've trusted for all these years. Baker's Pride, Supreme and Sunshine Flour. Get the best from your farm animals with our master mixed feed brands. Support local. Buy products that are made in Grenada. Call us on 440-2954 or visit us at Mount Gay St. George or check our Facebook page. Caribbean Agro Industries Limited, a subsidiary of ADM. Unlocking nature, enriching life.
Welcome back to Talk the Things Thursday here on Good Morning Grenada. We go right back to the landline. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning.
It saddened me, Blossom, that the situation we in, people still think that certain people should talk about it and certain people shouldn't talk about it. I mean, it saddened me. The group of people is a group of Grenadians still. They are a group of Grenadians still, and somebody needs to stand up and speak out. I could speak out and say I feel the minister should resign. A caller will tell me I shouldn't say that. If I feel what I see is negligent on their part, and then you are caller registration is saying that NDC had no seat and they had no seat, so they shouldn't speak. This is the reason why Grenada in the situation we are in, because we always want to say who should speak and who shouldn't speak. Everybody can speak out against what they see going on, and they're unhappy about it. You don't have to say they are just a group of people. They should shut up. No, that is not nice. That is not nice. It's aching me to see big people speak like that. All right, Blossom, you have a blessed and wonderful day.
Thank you, caller. You have a blessed and wonderful day as well. Somebody on WhatsApp says the Prime Minister is the one responsible for security. He should be the first one to resign. Another WhatsApper says people who are planning weddings should arrange for it to be held in public transportation, preferably in a coaster. That way you get maximum participation. Somebody else on WhatsApp says, are we saying that over 300,000 people that died in the U.S., no one prayed to the Lord for help? Okay, I just catch. Another WhatsApper, we in Grenada don't have the virus. Is who coming in to bring it in? So they should close down the borders and let us live our life. Phone lines? 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning.
I have a tendency to believe that the government had made a mistake. It's true that we have to set up if we have the will to punish them, we'll do it. but at the same time, we have to give them some form of forgiveness. But to me, I'm blaming the Prime Minister. If I were a Prime Minister, I would take control of everything. And before anybody does anything, whether the Ministry of Health, the public transportation, and this and that, I would make sure that they have to, especially when it's very, very important, I would make sure they have a little discussion with me. So I would try to take control of nearly everything because I am the one to be blamed. So I'll give him some sense of a responsibility to accept these ill omens that they have brought upon us. Now, I would tend to believe that we shouldn't exempt anybody or any sets of people from observing the COVID protocols. Everybody should be placed under the same mandate. It should be compulsory that everybody do the same thing. In fact, the people, the authorities who are in control of trying to prevent the spread, I'm not talking about the ministers and so on. The people who have to enforce the laws should enforce it strongly now. Because I don't know where we'll get money, except you, Blossom, would lend them some. If there should be an outbreak where you get 500, 600 people, we don't even have money to help feed our people. Because remember, the money must be finished now. Because the Prime Minister said after the carnival, he don't know where, something to that effect, where he'll get money to help you all. I include myself too, or to help us should an outbreak take place. I hope maybe he might sell his property too because he might have caused or they might have caused the outbreak. So let's look and see what would happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Poor innocent me with my broke self. Let's see. Somebody on, let me go back by WhatsApp. WhatsApp has a lot of comments. Somebody on WhatsApp says, the man who, before this last caller, the previous one that said anybody can speak out, somebody on WhatsApp simply says, well said. Another WhatsApper says, whoop, 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 whoop. A lot of y'all on WhatsApp, man. Somebody on WhatsApp says, the amount of people going to church must be known today because there are individuals who worship on Saturdays as well. Another WhatsApper says, I must say thank you, Jesus, on behalf of our nation for no deaths or hospitalization of anyone. We keep being negative and keep playing the blame game. Just stop, please, and thanks. God bless our nation. In the earlies, there were hospitalizations. I remember patient 0 had to be hospitalized. And was it case 15, I believe? Another case had to be hospitalized. So in the earlies, there were. Thank God it came out on the good end. Good morning, caller.
Greetings, Blossom.
Greetings.
And happy holidays.
Thank you. Many happy returns.
Well, I'll make it short. All I have to say is that Grenada, running by Cartoon Network.
All right. Thank you very much. A WhatsApper says, the Minister of Health and the PM do not care about us, so the only one we could count on now is God. Another WhatsApper says, what is really sad is that some of the sandals workers actually believe that the virus came into the hotel from the housekeeper. Unbelievable. Sad face emoji. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mrs. Wells, your humble servant.
Good morning.
That stupid man, you know. Listen,
whoa, easy.
Don't he know that democratic freedom people have a right to think and speak as they wish? Don't he know that? Democratic freedom people have a right to think and speak as they wish. That's what he must know. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Easy. Don't catch me. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I am disappointed in government because when something goes to the people's house to pass a law for the country, when they go to Parliament to pass a law for the country, it should be honored by the citizens, and any visitors who enter the country has to follow all laws governed by the country, and there should not be for the citizens and not for some visitors. And we now realize that the government did what we think they will never do in the first place. Now we have community spread, and which should never have been taken place. I think the administration failed its people, and there should be consequence for this action, which puts the citizens' lives in great danger. Just a correction, WhatsApper. Community spread, this is not community spread. Community spread is when they do not know the source. They know the source, they know from whence it came. So it's not community spread. Community spread is if Blossom has the virus and she hasn't traveled, she hasn't been to Sandals, and they don't know where I got it. That is community spread. But this is not community spread. It's a cluster or widespread, if you want to put it that way. Just a way of information. 49321. Back to what? Okay, never mind. Back to the phone lines. Possibly the last caller. Good morning, caller.
President, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I just joined you. What is this thing about church and funeral and weddings? I've heard that, 10 persons for each of these things, funeral and wedding. What is it like for church, going to church? We have people are Sabbath keepers, they worship on a Saturday, and the others on a Sunday and whatever. Could you kindly explain this to me, please?
Thank you, caller. Unfortunately, I can't give you a definitive answer, definitive instruction, because one was not stated. On Sunday during the news conference, when they announced the cluster, as one WhatsApper advised or said, the Minister of Religious Affairs, Minister Emmeline Pear, noted that church continues as we've been doing for the past few months. But that was before the Prime Minister's address on Monday. The Prime Minister did not specifically speak about attendance at church. He only spoke about 10 for weddings and funerals. So the last advisory came from the Minister of Religious Affairs, which said churches continue as normal. If there is an update, as soon as I have one, if there is one, I would share with you. So for now, church as normal. WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, we Grenadians like too much politics. This is a worldwide crisis. Would NDC have done it better? I guess not. So nobody not resigning, and NDCites stand up and assist in curbing the spread. They have positive cases too, not only NNP supporters. Go out and distribute face masks, get sanitizers and give out too. A big shame, and now the recycle man on TV blah-blahing. Give out face masks for we quarrel again? How we quarrel when the MP gave out? Lord, you sure you want to advise? Give that advice? Somebody else on WhatsApp says, was NDC aware of the permission given to Sandals? If yes, why they waited so long to complain or reject this action? They should have come out before the situation blew up. I am not sure if they knew about it, but a lot of us didn't know about it until this situation. A lot of us only recently discovered that piece of information in the guidelines, in the entry protocols on the government website as the situation came out. So I'm not sure if they knew about it before. Hold on, Deoli. Hold on. What's happening to Il Musico? It's Musica. All right, there we go. 4 lines. 3, 2, 1. Almost time to wrap up. Back to WhatsApp. This current protocol not making no sense. When we had 2 and 3 cases, the country locked down. Now we have 44. We going about as normal. 18 pluses in buses. Churches full. I believe we already have community spread. Well, I just explained that. They're waiting for a death to take this serious. Churches are not full. Churches are still observing distances. Well, at least at my church. Let's say some of us are still observing the 6-foot regulations in churches. So it's not that the churches are full. Thank God for Zoom. Last caller. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Blossom.
Morning. I'm good.
Right. Well, I think if a pipe is leaking water, what you do is turn off the main and then you look and solve the problem. But you can't have the main open and you're fighting to fix the pipe, water wasting thing happening. That is my concern about the COVID. Secondly, do a lot of Grenadians know in a certain country, they have a tin of milk, sweet milk, and our PM picture is in it and they said sweet deal, mark sweet deal, Grenada. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Lord, how do we come up with these things? WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, when we continue to say Satan is going to wipe out everyone, we are making God powerless. Okay. And final comment, a reminder. Grenadians, please stop using your mask to prop up your chin. You need to be covering your nose. You can inhale the virus through both your nose and mouth. In short, wear your mask properly. That would bring us to the end of Talk to Things Thursday. I know there are lots of WhatsApp comments that I haven't gotten to, but hopefully we'll get to it at a future program. At 9, the Senate continues to debate and discuss the budget, so therefore there will be no To The Point program again today. According to when they wrapped yesterday, it should finish today, which means there would be To The Point tomorrow, please the Lord, once all goes well in the sitting today. Thank you so much. Have yourselves a safe, productive Thursday. To me, there was something that I wanted to say and it just slipped me. No To The Point. I can't remember. But yeah, whatever it is, read my mind. You might figure it out just now. Thank you guys so much for participating. Have yourselves a safe, productive, thankful Thursday. Continue to wear your masks, use your hand sanitizers, be safe, and have yourselves a good day. But hold on, Mikhail. You know how to go to the shoulder action. That is it, you know. Bye-bye.
Moving from house to house. Christmas time, going from house to house. Hey, Christmas time.
Do you want to win loads of prizes this Christmas with BIP? Join our Spin to Win promotion to win exciting prizes daily. Here's how. Go to the Discover section of the BIP app. Search for the Spin to Win channel and click follow. Once you have followed the channel, click the Spin Now button, choose your device type, select your country, and wait for the wheel to start spinning. Be quick. When your wheel lands on the correct prize of the day, screenshot the prize and send your screenshot to the Spin to Win chat to enter the promotion. Click the Daily Updates button to get updates on the prize you are required to spin for each day, and also to know if you are the lucky winner of the day.